This Christian student absolutely destroys this atheist teacher. Watch this.
God does not exist because there is no evidence that he or it exists.
How are you certain there is no God?
God is a religious belief that requires faith to conjure up, and the idea of God is not backed with any science. We came from stardust and evolved over millions of years from simple cells that started in Earth's early atmosphere.
How much knowledge do you and all the other scientists in the world have combined compared to all that can be known?
What do you mean?
Can I draw on the board? Well, if this is all of the available knowledge and information in the world, how much do you, along with all the other scientists in the world, know? What percentage of the knowable do we know?
I don't know. We can't really know how much we don't know, and there's actually a lot that we know we don't know. I might guess 1% because we're making new scientific discoveries all the time.
And you're absolutely certain there's no God?
Yes, absolutely.
How can you be absolutely certain there's no God based on only having a partial amount of all of the available information that can be known?
Okay, I get your point, but at least my position as an atheist is not based on faith, but on science.
Actually, your position is not based on science, but it's based on faith. Just the same as my position as a Christian is based on faith.
How so?
Well, can you tell me, based on observational science, how non-living matter became alive? Abiogenesis?
Well, no, we can't observe, test, and repeat abiogenesis, but we do have some theories. So we believe we know how it happened based on historical science, not observational science. We don't know for sure, but we have theories and hypotheses about how life got started.
How is that any different from faith?
I guess you can call it faith if you want to, but my faith is in science and scientists.
But you just said there's no scientific way to prove what you and some other scientists believe about evolution. And the reality is, there are many respected scientists who disagree with the theory of evolution. And when it comes down to choosing to trust between people who, admittedly, only know a tiny percentage of all the known information, and God, who knows all of the information, I choose God.
Atheists who claim with certainty that there is no God will accuse Christians of using a God of the gaps argument to explain these difficult to answer questions, when really they're doing the same thing too. But their God in this gap is a science will explain it eventually. When it comes to the origin of life, science will eventually be able to explain it. If we look at the Bible, Genesis gives us an answer for some of these things already. And so it's not that we just have a God of the gaps. We have something that tells us these answers, and we believe it because we can start to validate if the Bible is actually true. When we continue to study science, we can see things that the Bible already had discovered before we knew the scientific data behind it.